Everybody's got stress. It's a pandemic. Now you guys kind of have a clue as to why. You know, if you make a telephone call, you're hooked up to computers that are making something like 4 to 5 billion decisions per second. Your mind is doing 24. Consciousness is moving at least 5 billion decisions per second. You understand that consciousness is as fast as you can realize? So now we're talking about nanoseconds, which is 1/1000th of a second. I mean, 100,000th of a second. Wow. Consciousness has just sped away from your mind. It used to be when this territory was settled, the people who settled it built everything in their house. From the foundation to the floor, to the windows, to the bunk bed, to the chairs, the tables, everything they built with their own hands, didn't they? Except maybe the pump and the skillet. Everything else, they built it. They had a certain amount of knowing about all of that. They knew about how to do it. Go ahead, go home and build a light bulb. That kind of thing is a source for stress. When your computer goes down, there's a whole lot that the mind doesn't know about. And it generates this stress. It's, like I said, it's a pandemic everywhere. Okay, so you're supposed to handle the stress. You're supposed to adapt to stress. And the stress builds. And we've just seen that this acceleration continues to accelerate, right? So what's next? If you don't handle the stress, then you go into this. The mind does this. It goes into the fight or flight. Now, here, all logic, this is suspended. There is no similarity or difference anymore. It's just a drop of adrenaline in your system, and the body is supposed to either run away or fight its way out to preserve your idea of survival. That's the mechanism. This, though, this fight or flight, this is desk rage. This is road rage. This is Columbine High School. This is terrorism. And all wars. That's what this is. And that is on the massive increase, isn't it? So what happens if you can't fight your way out, you can't run away? For instance, if you go and punch the boss in the nose, or your teacher, then you're going to end up in jail or at least out of a job. Right? So if you can't fight your way out, you can't run away, what's left? This. Oh, I want bigger. There's one last-ditch effort on the part of the mind to survive this. Unconsciousness. If you can't run away or fight your way out, unconscious. What are you supposed to do if a bear attacks you? You're supposed to play dead. Maybe he'll only eat your arm. You've seen other animals use that technique, haven't you? Just, they get caught and they just turn over on their back, put their belly up in the air and their legs, and they play dead. It is a survival tactic. It just also happens to be the mother of all addictions and the father of all suicides. Basically, this is a denial of experience. And the Southern Belle don't faint dead away. Thump. What happened here? No one clubbed this woman in the head. She just decided to deny the experience. Didn't she? All addictions are a person's chosen method to remain unconscious. And it doesn't matter if it's alcohol, or if it's drugs, or if it's work, or gambling, or shopping, or sitcoms. All addictions are a chosen method to stay unconscious. And how many people do you know, yourself excluded, are stuck in that sort of thing? A whole bunch of people, huh? Are you starting to get the impact of what this acceleration means? 400 years ago, people had lots of time to sit and ponder things before they changed. In 400 years, you had lots of 24th of a second to work it out. But now, it's not that way, and it's going to get faster and faster on everybody you know, including yourself. This is a serious situation. This is why the world looks like it's going to pieces. Because it is. The mind was not built for speed. It was evolved when things were going a lot slower. You know, trying to keep your mind up to speed is sort of like taking your donkey for a run behind the family station wagon at 75 miles an hour. It's just not pretty. But that's what's happening to everyone. And it's going to get even more dramatic in the future. Okay? So, we're going to replace a tape.